Hello, hello, my loves. Welcome. We're going to be doing one of my favorite types of videos, and I know that many of you guys will love this. You will appreciate this. I think it's like a really good way to kind of wrap up the end of the year. And I'm going to show you guys my newest Rider-Waite decks that I have added to my collection. So I have 5 decks on the table that I'm going to be showing you guys. The best part, they are all affordable. They are all available for purchase. And yeah, none of them are out of print. So let's get right into it. So this is the original tarot, the premium edition. It is by the publisher Debray. I have actually shown some Debray decks in my collection before, and this is another one of theirs. Now, the thing with this one, I don't know if they fixed the error, but there's actually a print error with this deck. I believe it's one of the suits is misspelled, or it's like the same, like it's like a double page of wands or something like that. The deck itself is really, really pretty, and I'm able to kind of see past the printing error. The deck was also on sale because of the print error, so I believe it was like 50% off. So it's a really, really pretty deck. It has the gold gilded edges. It has this beautiful chocolate brown, like a milk chocolate brown back with the gold foil. And then the face is kind of, it's outlined, it's like has a border of the gold foil. And it kind of has like a, not a holograph, but it's like, it just, the look of it kind of looks like it would be holograph. Very beautiful. I wanted it enough to see past the print error. It has like those browns and golds. I feel like this is very fall vibes, or even I would probably pull this out for a summer deck because I do kind of go for my more metallics for the summer. And I love the color scheme too. Like it's not that bad. I really like the way the yellows look in this deck. The only thing, obviously, you can kind of tell is the glare. It's glossy. So that is definitely, it's kind of like, I could see why they would do a gloss for a gold deck, because it does really shine. It does really stick out. It looks really nice. Oh, there it is. It's already, it's the Pentacles. It has a K. So it's a misspelling. So if you could see past the misspelling, I believe they still have copies of the one that's error on their website. You could totally, pick one up. If you know Rider-Waite, you know that sometimes the yellows and the blues can be kind of a bit much. Sometimes they are just super, super bright and they're just not the best. It's just not the best shade. But I find that these are much more muted. They're more mellow. They're not super in your face. And I really enjoy that. I love the Hermit. You have like this beautiful, almost like a gray blue kind of a color in the background. It's very muted. So definitely a beautiful deck. Very happy with it. And it's really, really pretty. So I love it. Oh, there's the moon. So that is called, like I said, it's called the Original Tarot, their premium edition. I will link it in the description box. I will do my best to link every deck in the description box. Okay, so here's another Amazon purchase. This one is called the Vita Tarot. So the thing with Amazon and Rider-Waite's are, you have to be really careful when you purchase any kind of tarot deck off of Amazon these days, because some of them could be literal like knockoffs. They're kind of like fake editions of that. It's like a reprint or whatnot. But this one is definitely, it's not a fake. It's just its own little creation. And it's actually a really cool deck. So I was attracted to the box. Obviously, it's really beautiful. You have this galaxy, you know, cardboard box. And it's just, the top opens up like this and you have your deck inside. When you open it up, you have this real thick, chunky guidebook. I don't really pay much attention to the guidebooks, especially if it's a Rider-Waite deck, so I can't tell you just how good it is. So if you're into the guidebooks, it's a full color guidebook. You also get this little pamphlet, this little like folded pamphlet. And when you open it up, you have all of this information in addition to just the tarot. So you have the chakra tarot healing exercise. You have this, you know, little graph of where the chakra energy points are. On the other side, you have astrological correspondence in the major arcana, and then the astrological correspondence in the minors. So, but I feel like this is kind of cool because I know for a fact you can blend your tarot cards with the astrology signs and different transits. And I didn't know you could do that with the chakras, but apparently you can. So that's kind of cool. But it's kind of like an extended way to read your tarot cards. And then you have the cards and you have this really pretty background. It's like very colorful rainbow. You have the planets, the chakra colors, really, really beautiful. So this deck is like a blend, literally it's a blend of astrology, chakra energy, numerology, and then the tarot. And then I also believe too, like colors and all of that. And it's a very busy looking card, I will tell you. So just by looking at it, you could see just how busy, of a card it is. You have the image of the Rider-Waite deck, the card. It tells you what card it is. It's numbered. So you have a big number here that is the number in correspondence to that major arcana. You have a yes. Some of them have no's. So you'll have a yes or a no. You have some astrology symbols. You have the element that card is. It gives you the correspondence to what months this card is. So this one is January 20th through February 18. It tells you what chakra so this one is the crown. It is, I believe it's the crown or the third eye. And then you have a little blurb at the top here. So this one says new start, unlimited potential, innocent, fancy-free, idealism, spirit of adventure, creativity. So you kind of get like quick little insights on the meaning of the Fool. If you also like to read reversals, you flip it upside down, you have the reversal here. So this one says, too hasty, sudden action without sufficient consideration or forethought. Stupidity, thoughtless, cowardice. It also has a little blurb here on the side that talks about numerology. So it says, the numerological significance of 0 points to infinite potential. So you also get a little blurb about the number. I do sometimes pay attention to the yes or the no, or, you know, maybe the element, or if I want to know, especially I will pay attention to the astrology signs, and the chakras definitely. So when I'm using this deck, I will take those pieces into consideration, but there are some stuff that I don't. There's a lot packed in with this deck, and every single card is like that. And it's really pretty because no two cards look alike. They are different galaxy backgrounds. So they're all different. This deck is one of a kind. It is definitely a beginner deck. I would say this is really good for people who have never read tarot before. This would be a really cool deck to work with if you are learning the astrology correspondences to each card. This is a cool one if you love to work with the chakras, or you like to do, you know, energy healing readings and that kind of stuff. So it's a really fun deck. You have a lot packed into a single card. And I've already been using this deck a lot when I read for clients. I will link it in the description box. I have a couple of these Amazon decks. I have one here. So these decks kind of don't really have a name. They're just very random. They're like those foily decks, the plastic ones. So this is plastic. It can go in water. The water will not damage it, and it's very foiled. It has hella gold. It's really, really pretty. I do not know who the creator is. It's just random. I just found it on Amazon. This one was called, I think they called it the orange foil, which doesn't make any sense, and I will show you why. And it just comes in a very generic box like this, which I usually will switch out the box and put them in deck bags because it's just easier for me to store them away. Comes with a very basic guidebook. I do not pay any attention to this. In fact, I throw these away. So you kind of have your little title cards here, but they're blue. So these are also plastic. They're that plastic material, so they're very bendy. But look at how pretty those backs are. That's what attracted me to this deck. These backs are so gorgeous. You have the moon. It's blue and gold. I know that these plastic decks can be a problem to shuffle because they're so slippery. They like literally go everywhere. Like they don't warp. So it's kind of one of those things where it's annoying to shuffle them, but at the same time, it's easier to shuffle them than a cardboard deck. So these cards are like, the backs are this beautiful, I don't even know what color blue this is. It could be a royal blue maybe, but super, super blue. And then you have like this holographic kind of sheen to the image. It's like a filter, and it just has like this pinkish purple kind of a hue to it. It's really pretty. You see that? And then the background has this, it's the lilies. It's the lilies in the tarot. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. You can kind of see it. See that? But they're really pretty, and there's no borders. So if you're not into the borders, there's no borders on these cards. I have to remember to hold the cards up a little longer so you guys could see it, because I tend to do it kind of fast. Look at how beautiful this high priestess is. Look at those colors, you guys. So pretty. The entire deck looks like this. I don't know where they get orange from. I literally think that that's a typo. The minor arcana are the same way. Really, really pretty. So I guess maybe they call it orange because the characters have like that holographic, it's like orangey. I don't know. It doesn't really fit, but it's beautiful. If you're into like a funky looking deck, you would probably really like this one. Just keep in mind, it's one of those plastic decks, so it will go all over the place when you shuffle. I will link it for you guys. Check it out. This is the Vita Tarot. It's cool. It's actually really cool. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but now that I've been like working with it a little bit here and there, I'm actually really falling in love with it. The colors are different. It's really, really pretty. Really, like, it has like that kind of watercolor kind of a look to the images. Love when decks come in a box like this. These boxes are my favorite. It does have a guidebook. Like I said, it is what it is. It doesn't look like it's much, but it's there if you want it. The inside of the box, really cool. The card backs are okay. They're not my favorite. You have the death flower. So they're pretty, like they're pretty card backs, but they're definitely not my favorite. Regular edges. The cards themselves. So you can kind of see like the artwork it's more of like a watercolor Definitely more like a watercolor, which at first when I opened them, I was kind of like, I don't know if I like this, but it actually grew on me. I kind of do like it. And definitely different. I don't know if I care too much about the text. I do love though that they put the astrology symbol. So the corresponding astrology sign for each card is there in the corner. Really, really pretty. I really dig it. You could kind of see the color scheme here is like mainly like reds, yellows, blues, purples, and green. You don't have really any pinks or anything like that. So it's kind of like the same, it's like an aesthetic. Let me show you the moon, or here's the devil. The devil is really pretty. I love that they kept the black background. Same thing I think with the tower. Yeah. I really like it when they keep the black backgrounds in those cards, because it just really, to me, that's the way they're supposed to look. I love the dark blues in the moon, and the sun is really pretty too. And I don't think I showed you guys the hermit. There's the hermit. Colors. So the pentacles tend to have the green skies. So you kind of just know when you look at the pentacles, there's the green, right? Which I love it because I do associate the pentacles with money. And then the sword suit is purple. So you have a lot of the purple associations with the swords, which I do dig that too, because I do see the sword suit as like the crown chakra, the third eye, you know, air element. So that fits. The wands has this yellowy, orangey yellowy color, which that's pretty cool, but I think I would have preferred to see more of like a reddish orange. I don't know, unless you think of this as reddish orange, but to me it's yellow. Like a yellow orange. And then you have, obviously the cups are blue. So they do associate the colors to kind of go with whatever element that minor arcana is. They grew on me. I love the cardstock. The cardstock is that like really smooth matte finish. The deck itself is rather thick, but it is easy to shuffle. So the cards do bend pretty good, but they do take a warp. So they will warp as you shuffle. But they are really nice. So my most newest addition to my Rider-Waite collection is the Glow in the Dark Tarot. Glow in the Dark Tarot. I really like the way the Glow in the Dark Tarot has this concept of the cards literally glow in the dark. I don't know if you guys are like this, but when I read tarot, I like to read in like very mood lighting. Like when I'm here in my spirit room, I usually have my windows closed. I have like a salt lamp on, I have my candles lit, and it's just this like experience. I love to read tarot with the right lighting. And the fact that this deck will glow in the dark, just like, it's just the best. So again, you have this beautiful box. I love that it's all black. The box itself also glows in the dark. So just really cool. I love the way this looks. Everything about this box is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love that the moon is on the cover. Oh, I just love it. So it does have a guidebook. It's really basic. I did go through it a little bit. Nothing spectacular. Here's the card backs. They're like little stars. And the backs do glow in the dark as well. So the cardstock on this is thick. It's a thick cardstock, like semi-thick maybe. I don't know. It's pretty thick. And definitely it's a matte. You could feel the texture from the glow. Like, I don't even know how to call it, but like the pattern that glows in the dark, it has this its own little feel to it. If you've ever used like a sticker that glows in the dark, or just material that glows in the dark, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it has this texture. That's what this feels like. It's matte. It's all matte. Oh, and the edges are regular. They're just regular cardstock. Honestly, I'm tempted to go and black them out. I'm so tempted to go in with like a black Sharpie and black out the edges. I feel like that would just make everything pop. but we'll see. Maybe that'll be a little project later on. Again, black cardstock, and then everything that is white glows in the dark. It's beautiful. It's just simple and beautiful and perfect. I've already played with them in the dark, so I've seen them, you know, glow, and they look really, really cool. And I don't know, I just think it's fun. Even if like you're not using this with the intention to, you know, see it glow in the dark, it's still a really pretty deck. I love black and white. I love the way it looks. And the best part is you could use these with so many different types of oracle decks, especially if you're like using a really, really bright oracle deck, something that's like super colorful, and then you match it with just a plain black and white tarot deck. It just matches. So I love to use them just however. You do have to set them out to be out in the light, obviously. So they can soak up that light, and then, you know, they'll glow in the dark. I have the original glow in the dark tarot, the Rider Waite, but it was just the major arcana. I actually have a copy of that. I'll go pull it out, and then it'll be a little extra piece for you guys to see. I'll show it to you side by side. So this is the original glow in the dark tarot. It's just the 22 major arcana cards. So this is the one I was talking about. It's so different. Now that I'm looking at it, so different. So they definitely have come a long way from what they had did before. Those are the card backs. Kind of cool. I actually really like the card backs. I love the moon. And then the cards themselves are super, super small. They're like a pocket size. And the part that glows in the dark is actually everything else but the outline of the character. So it's actually the opposite. Here are they side by side. So it's kind of cool. The newer edition, you will get the character and the detail that will glow. And then in the older edition, you just have the background. So it's swapped. So different. So it's kind of cool to see like what they did before and then how everything looks now. So what a fun little deck. I just love having these. I love to collect Rider Waite, you guys. So it's just a fun deck, but I love to see kind of where the deck has been and how it's transformed in different ways. So that's cool. I will always be adding Rider Waite to the collection. I have so many. Honestly, like, because I keep track on my phone. I think I have about 80-ish Rider Waite decks, like not even kidding you. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed just kind of seeing just a little treat of some Rider Waite decks. Maybe it gave you some ideas of some gifts that you want to give for yourself, or some decks that you want to add to your collection. I hope you enjoyed. If you own any of these decks, let me know which one was your favorite, and I will see you guys in another video, hopefully very soon. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you later. Bye, my loves.